Okay. Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Pranam. So
Hare
welcome
Krishna
for
Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Welcome to Ram Katha on behalf of ISKCON RR Nagar. We are so grateful to all the devotees who are joined here today. And
Thank you,
today we
Prabhuji.
are very, very fortunate to have His Grace Sankarsana Priya Prabhu. Prabhu, if you can rename your name will be better. Sankarsana Prabhu. Yeah. His
Yes,
Grace
Prabhuji.
Sankarsana Prabhu. So I'll give a brief introduction about Prabhu in the later because now many more devotees will join. So Prabhu, we can start with Mangalacharan. We can start by the time some more devotees will join.
Sure, Prabhuji. I will start in our regular Bhagavatam style, Prabhuji. Is that okay, Prabhu?
Yeah.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya. Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam. Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashta Prayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavati Uttama Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tamsa Jivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhobjaye Vacha Patitanama Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya कृष्ण प्रष्टाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नितिनामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I'll just mute everybody. You can unmute yourself because you are co-host now. Just
Okay,
so that
Prabhuji.
yeah. Okay. You can unmute and start.
Okay, Prabhuji. I will offer a very a small prayer to our dear Lord Ramachandra. Lokabhiramam Ranarangadiram Rajivanetram Raghuvamsha Natham Karunyarupam Karunakarantam Sri Ramachandram Sharanam Prapadye. So, the translation of this specific sloka is like this: I take refuge in Sri Rama, who is pleasing to the people, who is calm and composed in the battlefield, whose eyes are like blue lotuses, and who is the lord of the Raghu dynasty, who is an embodiment of compassion and showers his compassion to all. I take his refuge in the lotus feet of Sri Lord Ramachandra. So, on the wonderful occasion of Ramanavami, we are actually studying, um, we are actually listening and studying the great Itihasa, Ramayan. And yesterday, I understand His Grace Srinidhi Govinda Prabhu has actually took us to the Balakanda of Ramayana. So today we will be walking through the second skanda, which is Ayodya Kanda. Can I start, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. We
Okay.
can. Yeah.
Okay. So Dasharatha Maharaj who was ruling the Koshala kingdom with the capital of from the capital of Ayodhya for more than 60,000 years. So he was ruling the country in a very religious and dharmic way, following the principles of religion. So one day he started seeing the symptoms. We call it as abashaguna, right? So he started seeing some abashaguna. So he started feeling that it's probably time for him to coronate his elder son, Lord Rama, into the throne. So he immediately called upon all his councils and consulted with him. So, which was his council was headed by his Kulaguru Vashishta Muni. So, with all of them, he started counseling with them, saying that I'm getting old. I already ruled the kingdom for 60,000 years. Now I'm getting old, and I want to anoint my elder son, Lord Rama, as my successor, and I want him to actually take over the responsibilities and kingdom from me. So he was asking the suggestion of all the council of ministers. So Lord Ram was actually very dear to everybody in Ayodhya across the entire Koshala kingdom. The citizens of Koshala kingdom, they were glorifying the great qualities of Ram, how compassionate he is, how calm he is, how beautiful he is, how actually he respects the elderly people, and how he actually takes care of his mother very nicely. Like that, they were glorifying all the qualities. They always wanted Lord Ram to be the successor of Dasharatha Maharaja. So he was actually the darling of, like we call, Krishna is the darling of Vrindavan. Lord Ram is actually the darling of Ayodhya. So, like that, they were actually always glorifying when Dasharatha Maharaj actually proposed this to the Council of Ministers. They were very happy. Everybody was so delighted, and they started welcoming the idea of the proposal of Dasharatha Maharaj. And they said it's a wonderful idea and we should do that. Everybody was giving their opinion, and it was a very much an unanimous decision. So then Dasharatha Maharaj requested his the head of priest or head of the rishis, Vashishta Muni, to actually to make the necessary arrangements so that Lord Ram can be coronated. So this was the condition, and after that, Dasharatha Maharaj actually he dismissed the assembly, and he headed back to his palace, and he took some rest. So that time again, he thought of this, and then he called Lord Ram, and he called Lord Ram, and I told him that I want you to be my successor. I want you to give the responsibilities of the Koshala kingdom to you, so that you can, rule the kingdom very nicely. And he told him that I want to coronate you. So we are making the necessary arrangements. So, so Lord Ram, at that time, he didn't show any symptom of, sudden happiness or something like that. He was very calm and uncomposed, with a very, composed voice. He actually accepted, as per your instruction, I will follow your instruction. If that is your desire, I will do so. Like that, Lord Ramachandra has actually accepted the instruction. He headed back to his palace. And then Dasharatha Maharaja was thinking about for a while, and then again he called Vasishta Maharishi and other councils. He told them that, instead of delaying this for a few more days, I want to do that immediately tomorrow itself. So let's make all the necessary arrangements so that, Lord Ram could be coronated tomorrow morning itself, because he started feeling some type of symptoms that I have to do this sooner. I should not wait any longer. So with this, Vasishta Muni, he started making all the arrangements in a very expedited way. He actually, brought he all the holy water from different places. and he started making all the necessary arrangements for performing the rituals in the in the palace. So this message that Dasharatha has decided to coronate Lord Ram as the king or emperor has actually spread like a wildfire within the Ayodhya city, and the citizens of Ayodhya, they were very happy to hear this, and they started celebrating as if their own son is going to become a king. So they decorated the house, they actually decorated the street, and they started singing, dancing across the street with such a joy and bliss. So the entire Ayodhya city was filled with lot of joy and bliss, and people were actually decorating their house with a lot of flowers and all the ornaments, and they were so happy, and they were greeting each other. They were talking about the great qualities of Lord Ram. So this is the mood of the entire Ayodhya city, and the entire kingdom was so um, blissful and vibrant. So now I think you would have heard from yesterday from our Srinidhi Govinda Prabhu. At this point of time, the other two sons of Dasharatha, who are Bharat and Shatrughan, they were not in Ayodhya. They were in Kekeya kingdom with their grandfather's place. So they were not there. So also the Dasharatha Maharaja also did not counsel with Janaka Maharaja, who is actually father of Sita Mata, and also Ashwapati, who is actually the father of mother Kaikeyi. So he didn't counsel with them because he was very confident that they will actually welcome this message as if their own they will welcome this message with all the positive vibration. So he didn't actually communicate to them, and also he was having a sense of urgency that this has to be done immediately. So all these arrangements were going on, and this message was communicated to all the citizens of Ayodhya, and then Lord Ram went and communicated this to Mother Kaushalya. So when Lord Ram was approaching the palace of Mother Kaushalya, so Mother Kaushalya was actually performing puja, or she was actually in the meditative posture, and she was actually meditating on Lord Narayan for the well-being and good fortune for his son Lord Ram. So at that time, Lord Ram entered and he offered his obeisances, and um, called his mother, saying that, "Oh, my mother, my father or king has actually decided to coronate me as the king, and he has actually decided the coronation date to be tomorrow." Like that, he actually communicated the message, and Mother Kaushalya, she was so happy, and she said, "All the fortune to you." And she blessed his son profusely, and she said, I was actually praying for your well-being and for your good fortune to Lord Narayana. He has actually offered all his blessings on you. So may all his blessings be on you, and all the demigods may bless their blessings on you. Like that, Mother Kaushalya actually blessed him, and she started immediately. She started giving dhan to all the brahmanas and others. She started giving a lot of charity. She called upon hundreds of brahmanas. To them, she offered cows and jewels. What may if she offered everything which is available at her disposal. She was so happy. So the entire palace was so happy. So there was one lady who was watching uh, this entire celebration of Ayodhya from the top of the palace, from the balcony of the palace. She was wondering what is happening in Ayodhya, what is so special in Ayodhya, why people are so happy, and why the the entire city has become turned into such a festival mood. So she was trying to find out what is happening. So she called out one of the maid servant, and she asked, "What's happening in the Ayodhya city? Why people are so jubilant? What is the reason for people to celebrate, and why people are so happy?" Then she said, our king Dasharath, she was so happy, and anybody when they are asked about some good news, they will be sharing it so happily, right? So that maid servant, she was sharing so happily, saying that our king Dasharath Maharaja, he actually decided to coronate Lord Ramachandra as the king, emperor. And tomorrow will be the coronation date. Like that, she was actually sharing the news. So that lady, who is none other than Mantara, so she was so upset on hearing this. So Mantara is actually the maid servant of Kaikeyi, Mother Kaikeyi. She was actually given, I mean, she was gifted as a one of the maid servant by King Ashwapati, who is father of Mother Kaikeyi, along during her marriage. So she is actually one of the Apsara Kanya from the heavenly kingdom, and she has been, sent by the heavenly kingdom as a what's that called as, with a bent back. So she was sent for a specific purpose, because her job was to ensure that the demon king Ravana was killed by Lord Ramachandra. So that was the purpose to which, for which she was sent, and she was actually living in the palace of Mother Kaikeyi as a maid servant. So on hearing this news, she was feeling the grudge, and then she ran towards Mother Kaikeyi, and she was telling. So Kaikeyi was very happily singing, and she was performing some activities. And that time, Mantara, she went and communicated to Mother Kaikeyi, saying that, do you know what is happening? All the fortune on you is doomed. You are going to be a maid servant forever. Your son is going to be, a slave, like that. She started telling, and Mother Kaikeyi was inquiring, what happened? Why you are talking like this? And then Mantara, she started her ill advice. She started, plotting a conspiracy. She started telling Mother Kaikeyi that, King Dasharatha, he actually plotted a vicious plan. And when your son Bharata is away from the country, he actually viciously decided to coronate Lord Ramachandra as the king, so that there won't be any opposition from anybody. And you are going to be the maid servant for rest of your life to Queen Kaushalya, and your son Bharata will be a slave for Lord Ramachandra forever. Like that, she was telling. But on hearing this, Mother Kaikeyi, she was very affectionate towards Lord Ram. On hearing this, she felt very happy. What so, why you are talking like this? My son, Lord Ram, is going to be coronated as the emperor. I'm so happy. So immediately she, gifted away some valuable jewels she was having to Mantra, and seeing this, she threw the jewel, and then she started, shouting or chastising at Mother Kaikeyi, saying that you are such a fool. You don't understand your misfortune. Like that, she started speaking, and she started agitating the jealousy within Mother Kaikeyi. When she started counseling her and telling her that how her future is going to be doomed, and how her son Bharata is going to be a slave, where there is no future for them, and both her son and herself will be treated very badly by Lord Ram and Kaushalya. And where is the future for you in this kingdom? And because I'm associated with you, I also will be doomed to be a slave and maid servant forever. Like that, she started, instigating the little bit of jealousy that was within Mother Kaikeyi, and she started increasing that the desire of passion within her. And then, Mother Kaikeyi's heart started changing. And then she started telling, "Oh my God, goodness, what you are telling is correct. Yeah, you are right. I will be treated as a maid servant, and my son Bharata, my dear son Bharata, will be treated as a slave. So, what we can do, what I can do to actually, come away from this situation? Please counsel me." Like that, she was asking. And then, um, Mantara, she started telling about uh, the past incident where she sought two boons from Dasharath Maharaja. So once upon a time, there was a big war between the demigods, the Devatas, and Asuras. The Asuras were headed by the demon Sambara. So Sambara actually fought ferociously. He started defeating all the devatas. So the devatas actually sought the assistance of Dasharatha Maharaja, because Dasharatha Maharaja was very, valor, and uh, uh, he was a very strong archer, and he was a very powerful king. So they sought the assistance of Dasharatha Maharaja to defeat the demonic forces headed by demon Sambara. So Dasharatha Maharaja actually went in his chariot. The chariot was driven by Mother Kaikeyi. Mother Kaikeyi, she was an expert charioteer. So she actually drove the chariot, and King Dasharatha fought very bravely with the demons. And during that war, King Dasharatha was very badly injured during that war. So Mother Kaikeyi saved his life by driving away the chariot away from the battlefield, and saved his life. So after some time, when he realized that he was saved by Mother Kaikeyi, he asked Mother Kaikeyi, he started, praising Mother Kaikeyi, saying that you saved my life, and I'm ready to give anything that you are asking for. So immediately, Dasharatha is having a habit of, when he's pleased, he will say, I will give anything that you are asking for, without thinking about the consequences or what will happen after that. So when she heard that, Mother Kaikeyi, she said, I would, want two boons, but I will not ask them now. I will ask them whenever I need. Like that, Mother Kaikeyi, she actually responds back to Dasharatha. Now, Mantara, she reminds Kaikeyi of the two boons that she did not, get from that is due from Dasharatha Maharaja, and she actually describes the plot to be followed, right? She described now you have to remind Dasharatha Maharaja that he has to grant these two boons. So you go to Kopa Bhavana. So there are two palace for Kaikeyi. Kaikeyi is actually very dear queen for Dasharatha Maharaja. He was very affectionate towards her. So when she is happy, she will be in her regular palace. When she is in a very sober mood or anger mood, she will be in the other palace. So she Mantara tells Kaikeyi, you go to the Kopa Bhavana, you actually remove all your jewels, and you wear dirty cloth, and you unravel your hair, and you lie on the floor, and you cry profusely, and remove all your jewels, have all the inauspicious sign of a woman on your face, like that, she says. And and following her instruction, and then Mantara says, you go there and don't talk anything until Dasharatha started consoling, and he will start asking you, what do you want? So you have to speak only at that point of time. You stay determined, and you just bluntly ask these two boons. Boon number one is that you have to make my son Bharata as the emperor of this kingdom. And boon number two is that Lord Ram should be banished from the kingdom. He should be banished to the forest, and he should live like an ascetic in the forest for 14 years. So you should ask these two boons, and do not, settle down anything less than this. So the Dasharatha will try to console you, but you should not settle down anything less than this. So like this, like this mantra is giving, counsel to her, and plotting how she has to trap Dasharatha. So as per the ill advice of Mantara, uh, Mother Kaikeyi, she goes to Kopa Bhavana. She was, just laying down in the floor. So now the scene changes to Dasharatha. So Dasharatha, in a very happy mood, um, he again counsels with all the ministers, and he said, we have to coronate Lord Ram tomorrow itself. And then, he actually communicates this message back to Lord Ram as well. So he is actually heading back to Kaikeyi, because Kaikeyi is the very dear, queen for King Dasharath. He is heading back to his palace, and he started looking for Mother Kaikeyi, Queen Kaikeyi, and he couldn't find Kaikeyi in her palace. He started calling her with her name, and then since he's not able to find her anywhere, he's asking the maid servant, where is Queen Kaikeyi? Then she says, she has gone to the Kopa Bhavana. Then Dasharatha was wondering why she has gone to Kopa Bhavana. So he enters inside Kopa Bhavana, and he was shocked to see Queen Kaikeyi was lying on the floor with unraveled hair and with all inauspicious sign in her face and the body, and she was crying profusely. And then King Dasharatha approaches Mother Kaikeyi, and she was Queen Kaikeyi, and he was asking, "What happened to you, Queen Kaikeyi? My queen, my dear queen, and whether somebody has harmed you, whether the two queens have spoken harsh words against you like that." He started counseling, and Queen Kaikeyi doesn't respond at all. She was keeping quiet, and then she continuously crying, and then Dasharatha become very compassionate towards her, and uh, she started consoling her, and she started saying that, please tell me what is the problem. I will do anything for you. So when he made this statement, I will do anything for you, then Kaikeyi opens her mouth. He says that, I hear that Lord Ram is going to be coronated. With this, me and my son Bharata will always be orphaned, and we will become slave. Like that, she started, narrating uh, what Mantara was mentioning. And you remember, so many years back, I actually saved you from the death from in the war between Devatas and Asuras, and you gave me two boons. So now I want those two boons now. So the king Dasharatha he again says, "Yeah, please ask me whatever you want, I will give." Then she says, "The first boon is that my son Bharata should be coronated as the king. Boon number two is that Lord Ram should be banished from the kingdom, and he should live in the forest as an ascetic for 14 years, following the very simple lifestyle as an ascetic." So, on hearing this, King Dasharatha he got shattered. He fainted immediately. Then, after some time, he woke up, and then he thought it is a dream. So again, he started speaking to Queen Kaikeyi, and he was trying to counsel her, saying that, no, 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 this is not a good idea. Ram is such a virtuous son. He's having, he's more affectionate towards you than his own mother, Kaushalya. He will never do like this. And Lord Ram is also, son Ram also is very affectionate towards Bharata, and he will take care of Bharat like, uh, like anything like that. He was, counseling and trying to dissuade Mother Queen Kaikeyi from asking those two boons. But Queen Kaikeyi was very very adamant. She said, I don't want anything other than this. You are a Kshatriya. You are born in the Ishwaku Vamsa. There was a king called Sibi who actually, just to protect the vows he has given to a bird, he actually cut away all the flesh, and then he actually gave it to the bird. You are in that such a great dynasty, and you are not fulfilling the vows that you are given to me, and the entire humanity will be cursing you that as a king who could not fulfill the vows. Like that, she was actually countering Dasharatha's argument. Finally, Dasharatha realized that he cannot change Queen Kaikeyi's mind, and he was very shattered. And then, he orders one of the maidservant to bring Lord Ram immediately. So, the servant immediately went to summon Lord Ram to the palace of the Kopa Bhavana of Mother Kaikeyi, Queen Kaikeyi. So at that time, Ram was being decorated with beautiful ornaments, with crown and all of them. And that maid servant, she came and told uh, um, uh, lo- King Dasharatha and Queen Kaikeyi want to meet you immediately. They are summoning you to the palace. So on hearing this, immediately Lord Ram heads towards the palace of Queen Kaikeyi. Lakshmana, who was waiting outside the palace, also follows Lord Ramachandra. So he's feeling something is wrong. So he's actually following Lord Ram, and both of them enter into the palace. And when Lord Ram sees the condition of his father and mother, he was really worried, and he started inquiring Mother Kaikeyi, what happened to my father? Why he is so distressed? Why he is so stressed? Why he is so unhappy? Like that, he started inquiring, and King Dasharatha was not able to utter a single word because he was such in a distressful mood. And that time, Mother Kaikeyi, she repeats the story of the war between Devas and Asuras, and where she got two boons. And then she was telling, your father Dasharatha is not in a position to talk, but this is what he wanted me to convey to you. Uh, my son Bharata should be made as the king, and you should actually exile to forest for 14 years and live like an ascetic. That was the two boons that was actually given to me, and you please fulfill the desire and wish of your father. So on hearing this, Lord Ram, there was absolutely no change in his face. When he heard that he has to rule the kingdom, his face was very composed, and he was very compassionate. When he was told, you have to go to the forest and you will be exiled to the forest, that time also his face was very composed and calm. So in Kamba Ramayan, the poet Kambanalvar, he is called as Kambanalvar. So he actually describes this as, his face was as if, the lotus flower which has just blossomed after seeing the sun. So when uh, uh, Lord Ramachandra heard the news about his coronation, it was like, the lotus has blossomed that day morning after seeing the sun. When he was told that he has to be exiled to the forest, his face also was similar. Again, there was no change. So after hearing this, Lord Rama has replied, "Oh mother, you don't need to, repeat them. I mean, it's not necessary for my father to tell this. Even if you asked me to go to the forest, I would have done so happily. So you are, there is no difference for me between you and Dasharatha, and there is no difference for me between you and Mother Kaushalya and Sumitra." Like that, he describes, and immediately accepts the instructions of Mother Kaikeyi, and he heads back to the palace. But Lakshmana, when he heard this, he got so angry. We know that Lakshmana, the mood of Lakshmana. So he was so angry. He was telling Lord Ram, Lord, oh my Lord, please, allow me to go and kill that wicked lady. This the father Dasharatha and his mother, these wicked ladies, they are mindless. I will just kill them. Like that, he was so ferocious. He was fuming out of the anger. But Lord Ram was very composed. He said, I have to fulfill the instructions of my father and mother. Please follow me. By doing this, you are displeasing me. When he told this word, Lakshmana, he kept quiet and he followed Lord Ram. So he goes and communicates this to Mother Kaushalya. When Mother Kaushalya hears this, she was completely shattered. So she was in so much of grief, she faints down, and she was trying to counsel Lord Ram from not going to the forest, but Lord Ram, consoles Mother Kaushalya. He says that it's the utmost responsibility of the son to follow the instructions of father and mother. So now I came to seek your permission to go. And then, knowing the determination of Lord Ram, she actually allows Lord Ram to go to the forest. So, and then Lord Ram heads to his palace. He goes and communicates this to Mother Sita, saying that I've been asked by my father and mother to go to Bharat will become the king, and I've been asked to exile to the forest for 14 years. So you please be here, take care of my parents, and I'll go and come back after 14 years. Right after hearing this, Mother Sita became very upset, and she was so furious, and she was telling Lord Ram that the duty of a wife is to faithfully follow the footsteps of the husband. So how I can enjoy the kingdom in your absence? So if you are as a dharma patni, that's why we called as dharma patni in in our language. So as a dutiful wife, I have to follow your footsteps. If you are coronated as a king, I'll be sitting next to you. If you are going to the forest as an ascetic, I'll follow your footstep by following you. So there is a lot of discussion and arguments happen between Mother Sita and Lord Ram. And Mother Sita, she quotes so many shastras and convinces Ram that it's my duty to follow you. So finally, Lord agrees to take Mother Sita as well with him, and then Lakshman comes before Lord Ram, and he falls at the feet of Lord Ram, and he says that, "Oh my Lord, you are my life. Without me, I cannot even live for a day." Again, Lord Ram tries to convince Lakshman, saying that you have to stay here, take care of Bharat, serve Bharat very nicely, take care of our mothers, and take care of our father. So I will be, back after 14 years. So there is no, religious principle that prescribes the younger brother to accompany the elder brother when they are exiled to the forest. Like that, Lord Ram was trying to console Lakshmana, but Lakshmana was very, very stubborn, and he said, "My dharma is to serve you wherever you are. If you are in the forest, I will serve you in the forest. If you are in the kingdom as a king, I will be serving you." So there is no other second thought. So you actually should allow me to come to the forest along with you. Like that, he pleads Lord Ramachandra, and finally Lord Ram accepts his request, and all three of them they go back to the then before that, actually, Lord Ram says, you have to get the permission from your mother, Sumitra Devi. See, I don't know whether we have time. So this, chapter actually describes wonderful qualities and characters of these great personalities. So we saw how the great qualities of Lord Ram, and then Mother Sita, how as an ideal, wife, how she actually follows the footsteps of her husband. And then we saw how Lakshmana, as a dutiful servant in the mood of serving Lord Ram, how he wants to serve irrespective of where Lord Ram is. And then there is another wonderful character, which is Mother Sumitra, who is actually the mother of two children, Shatrughan and Lakshmana. So Lakshman approaches his mother, and he communicates that Lord Ram is banished to the forest and all those things. He tells a story, and he said, "My mother, I need your permission. I want to accompany my Lord Ram to serve him in the forest." So that time, Mother Sumitra, she says, "Permission? Why do you need permission from me? I'm so delighted that I took the real purpose of having you as my son in my womb. That real purpose is fulfilled today. So there is no need for any permission from me. You be with your master, serve him so nicely, and you should eat only after you eat." Like that, she was describing all the rules and regulations he has to follow. And there is a wonderful sloka that His Grace Amarendra Prabhu was describing how Mother Sumitra was actually displaying the wonderful qualities of a Vaishnava and a mother, and it was so beautiful. Uh, and with that, Lakshmana actually heads back to Lord Ram, and all three of them, they go back to think we have another 20 minutes time. All three of them, they go back to King Dasharatha and mother Kaikeyi to seek the permission to go to the forest. So again, Dasharatha, he's trying to convince Lord Ram, but Lord Ram, he convinces both all the other Mother Kaushalya and Dasharatha, and they decide to leave the forest. And that time, Mother Kaikeyi, she says, he has to give up all his royal dress. He has to just wear, the what is it called as? Uh, it's called, the dress that is made of plant and wood. So, she herself goes and picks up
Tree bark.
that. Sorry, Prabhuji.
Tree bark. The trees.
Yeah, right. And also deer skin. So he has to go to the forest as a real ascetic. So she herself goes and brings the dress to for Lord Ram and gives the dress to Lord Ram. And then Mother Sita, she was in the, she was wearing silk saree and ornaments. So she donates all the ornaments, whatever she had. And, again, Mother Kaikeyi, she gives a similar type of, the dress that was made of the wood and tree leaves. So she was facing difficulty in wearing this. She wears that, and then Lakshman also wears similar dress. And then now Lord Ram orders uh, Lakshmana to bring some weapons. So those weapons are, there are two bows, very, very powerful bows that are given by Varunadev to Janaka Maharaj. So Lord Ram is asking him to bring those two bows and the two quivers that are always, unexhausting. So they will be able to pick up arrows all the time. They will never exhaust. And two powerful sword. So he is asking them to two powerful sword and two armors. So he is asking Lakshman to bring all the weapons, and with that, they are, heading towards the forest. So Dasharatha immediately orders his one of the chief minister. His name is Sumantara. He's asking Sumantara to take all three of them and take them to the forest. And Lord Ram, Lakshman, Mother Sita, they are seated in the chariot. Sumantara was actually driving the chariot towards the forest. Thousands and thousands of citizens of Ayodhya and a lot of brahmanas, elderly brahmanas, they started following the chariot of Lord Ram with the hope that uh, we will actually banish the kingdom of Ayodhya and let Ayodhya become the forest. We will go and be with Lord Ram. Wherever Lord Ram is, that's the place that is Ayodhya for us. Like that, all these thousands of people, they started following Lord Ram. And finally, when the chariot was moving faster, Lord Ram looks back and he sees that the Brahmanas, they were not able to pick up the pace and follow them. So he started walking down, and after some time, they reached the river bank of Tamasa, and where all the Ayodhya Vasis were advised to rest. Lord Ram also, Lakshman actually prepares a very nice grass bed for them, for Mother Sita and Lord Ram, and both of them were taking rest. And Lakshmana was actually was awake throughout the night. Actually, he was awake for next 14 years. I think we will get to know in the next upcoming skandhas. So he was actually guarding Lord Ram and Mother Sita. And when it was early morning, Lord Ram wakes up and he was looking at the Ayodhya Vasis and he was telling Lakshman, see how dear these citizens are to us, how much affection they have. So now we should not actually take them with us. So now we have to leave immediately. So he is instructing Sumantara to take the chariot in certain direction so that it will leave some traces, and then ask him to come back and take them to another direction. So like that, Lord Ram, Mother Sita, and Lakshmana, they are seated in the chariot. Very silently, they leave the place. They started heading towards the Ganga, Sarayu River and Ganga. So when it was little late in the morning, so the Ayodhya Vasis, when they woke up, they saw that Lord Ram has already left. So they started cursing themselves, saying that uh, because of our laziness, we actually left Ram. So they started looking for the tracers to see in which direction they were heading into. As per the plan of Lord Ram, first the chariot was going in a certain direction. The traces were there. After that, there was no trace, and they went in a different direction. So the Ayodhya Vasis, they started searching for Ram, and then they couldn't find. So they started heading back to Ayodhya. Now Lord Ram, Mother Sita, and Lakshman along with Sumatra, they reached the river of the bank of river Mother Ganga, and that place is called Nishada Kingdom. That kingdom was ruled by uh, uh, a person called Guha, who is actually ruling that kingdom. So on seeing the chariot and the flag of Kaushala kingdom, he understands that. Uh, Lord Ram is coming over there because he already got the news that Lord Ram is exiled and he was waiting for Lord Ram. So he actually comes and welcomes Lord Ram, and then he offers all type of opulences. Lord Ram simply refuses all of them, saying that, I actually took the oath of living as an ascetic, so I will not accept anything other than, what ascetic eats, which is fruits and the root of the, trees or vegetables. So he said, I would accept only that, and you can give all this opulent food to my horses, which are very dear to me. So, but I accept all this, food offering by heart and by mind. But I cannot, eat them like that. The Lord says, and from there, Guha, he arranges a boat for Mother Sita and Lakshman and Lord Ram. And at that point of time, Lord Ram has requested Sumantara to go back to the kingdom, Ayodhya, and said, you please communicate to convey this message to my father and Bharata and the other queens. So he tells, the message to Bharata is that please take care of all the three mothers equally. Please take care of my father very nicely. You tell my mothers and father that, I will take care of myself very nicely, and I'll come back after 14 years. So this is a message he is actually sending through Sumantara. And from there, after crossing the river Mother Ganga, the river Ganga, they actually started heading towards the ashram of sage Bharadwaja. So Bharadwaja is a very uh, senior sage. He was actually having a very beautiful ashram there. So he was actually waiting for Lord Ram, Mother Sita, and Lakshman. So he welcomed them very nicely, and he offers, the seat and food to them. And then after some time, after the greetings, Lord Ram inquires where I can set up my ashram here, because if I stay here, actually sage Bharadwaj is asking them to stay there because he said I can create all the arrangements, but King Lord Ram says, if I'm staying here, you will be disturbed very often because people of this is very close to the Ayodhya kingdom. People will keep visiting, and your ashram atmosphere will be disturbed. So like that, he is asking for alternate place. So then sage Bharadwaja, he is actually, directing them to go to a place called Chitrakuta. Chitrakuta is a very beautiful place. He is giving the direction to Chitrakuta, and he tells, if you will find a very big banyan tree, and which will be, he is giving the symptoms of the banyan tree, how beautiful it would be. If you see that banyan tree, that means you have reached the boundary of Chitrakoot. So you can stay there. Like that, he is giving direction. So based on that direction, Lord Ram navigates to the forest, and he reaches Chitrakuta. And in Chitrakuta, he asks Lakshman to set up a very beautiful hut. But prior to that, he also meets a sage Valmiki near Chitrakoot, and he takes the blessings of sage Valmiki, and he asks Lakshman to set up the ashram there. So Lakshman, he sets up a very beautiful ashram with available, wood and all those things. And Mother Sita was very happy to see that ashram and to see that, surroundings. It was a very beautiful birds. And in the Ramayana book, it is described how beautiful the place Chitrakoot is. And so Lord Ram, decides to stay in that place. And So now, parallelly, Sumantara heads back to Ayodhya, kingdom of the city, Ayodhya city, and there actually, after hearing from the message from Lord Ram, Dasharatha was very, very grieved, and he actually uh, speaks harsh words towards Mother Queen Kaikeyi, and he said, I will never want to see you in my rest of my life. And he goes to Mother Queen Kaushalya's palace, and he started lamenting against the separation of Lord Ram. And at that point of time, he remembers the curse of a elderly couple. Dasharatha was having a very special skill of Prabhuji. Can I take 10 minutes more than the allotted time till 9:40, Prabhu? I will complete by 9:40.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. So he is having a very special skill of archery. So he can actually shoot the arrows by actually listening to the sound. Nowadays we call it as I don't know what type of missile. There are different type of missile, but in the olden days, Dasharatha actually was having that skill of just shooting the arrow based on the sound. So once when he went for hunting, uh, he actually heard the sound coming from a specific direction in a lake. He thought that that's actually an elephant which is drinking the water. So he shot the arrow. He felt very overconfident. He felt the arrow. He shot the arrow towards the direction. So that arrow exactly shot at the point. Yeah, somebody is typing something. Okay. So he actually shot the arrow in that direction. But after the arrow hit the target, he hears a human voice. He was really shocked, and he started running towards the direction, and he found Rishi Kumara was actually shot with his arrow in the throat, and he was in severe pain, and he was shouting. And then he realized that he was having a small pot, and he was trying to fill the water in that pot, and that pot, when it was filled with water, that was analogous to or something similar to elephant drinking the water. So he realized his grave mistake, and he was profusely you know uh, um, seeking forgiveness to the that boy. And then the boy was telling, my father and mother, I was serving them. I think his name is Shravan Kumar. He was telling that I was serving my father and mother because both of them are blind, they cannot see. I was the only dependent for them. But if they get to know, they will be waiting for me to, bring the water to them. So without any delay, please carry me and take this water to them and tell this message to them that, I was shot by this arrow. And he was telling him that to Dasharatha that, my neck is shot with this arrow. Please remove this arrow. It's so painful. But hesitantly, Dasharatha was removing this arrow because once he removes the arrow, he was sure that he will leave the body. So immediately after removing the arrow, that boy has died. So Dasharatha carries the body along with the water. He goes to meet the elderly parents. When the elderly parents hear the sound, they thought that their son is coming towards them and you are calling out. But Dasharatha actually conveys the message that actually by accident he actually shot their son, and he is actually seeking the forgiveness. Uh, uh, and he is seeking forgiveness, and he was profusely, communicating to them that it was a accident, like that he was telling them. And after understanding what has happened, the parents started lamenting, and finally, he saw that Indra was coming down, and because of the uh, uh, such a wonderful service done by the sun, Indra actually took the son to the heavenly kingdom, and he promises that both the parents also will reach the same abode. So after seeing this, the sages actually they said, you don't understand the pain that we have experienced. You will also one day you will die, but that death will be because of the separation from your son. Like that, they cursed, and Dasharatha was actually recollecting that, curse, and he was telling Queen Kaushalya that, I may not survive, I may leave the body, because everybody has to actually face the reaction of their karma. So that night, Dasharatha was actually meditating on Lord Ram, and he left his body. So this message was immediately sage Vasishta. He actually sends out the messengers to Bharata and Shatrughna, asking them to come back to the kingdom without telling what happened in the kingdom. So this message was delivered to Bharata and Shatrughna, but Bharata realized that something has happened terribly back at home, because he started seeing that, the ill woman symptoms or signs. So he started heading back to the kingdom, and when he approaches Ayodhya, he sees Ayodhya with all type of bad omens, and he felt that something is wrong, terribly wrong. And then when he enters into the palace, he was looking for his father, and then he goes to his mother to ask his mother, where is my father, where is my Lord Ram? And then mother Kaikeyi, she was very blissfully, she was telling, oh, my son, please come, you have to um, get coronated tomorrow as a king. And she was telling very happily that I got two boons for you, like that she was explaining everything. So on hearing this, Bharata was extremely upset. He was actually so grieved and unhappy. He started, chastising his mother. And, he started chastising his mother, and he said, "You not even a mother. You are not even to be, fit to be a woman," like that. He was chastising her. And then he goes to Kaushalya. Now, Valmiki Rishi, he actually displays the wonderful qualities of Bharat, how great he is. So despite you know he had no role to play in this, right? It's a complete plot of Mantara and Mother Kaikeyi. But despite this, he had to take the blame from everybody. First, it was Mother Kaushalya, who actually suspects Bharata also to be part of that. So when she actually welcomes Bharata, he actually invites. Normally, she says, my son Bharat, but at this point of time, oh my king, like that she was inviting. On hearing this, Bharata was so pained. Then again, another litmus test was conducted by sage Vasishta Maharishi. So again, he was also using a similar phrase, and again his heart was so pained. So then, at that point of time, Bharat, Valmiki Maharishi describes that Bharat Maharaj, he takes a oath saying that there are so many sins, right? When somebody kills a cow, when somebody kills his own mother, like that, there are so many sins committed by so many. He's listing down all type of sins. So if at all, even if in a iota of in my mind, if I had that desire, then all these sins come to me, like that he was telling. And on hearing this, sage Vasishta was fully convinced that uh, Bharat had no role. Actually, Vasishta knows, but he wanted Bharat's quality to be known to the entire world, right? And then Bharat, he says, I want to go back, I want to go to the forest to convince Lord Ram and bring him back to the country. So when he tells that, all the both the queens and the Ayodhya citizens, everybody was so happy. So all of them uh, started accompanying Bharat. So Bharat and Shatrughan, along with the queens, all the three queens, Sage, Vasishta, all of them are going to the forest. Now, when they actually go to the bank of the river Ganga, Guha, on seeing that, he suspects again Bharata. Why? What is the true intention? He is coming with such a huge army and so huge, you know, huge number of people. What is his real intention? He was doubting Bharata. So when this was communicated to Bharata, again he was fully broken, and he actually promises him saying that I have no role to play. Again, he has to repeat, and then Guha actually, helps Bharata to cross the river. They go to the other side of the river, and again, he encounters sage Bharatvaja. Sage Bharatvaja, when he encounters, again that time, Bharatvaja asks similar question. Okay, sage Bharatvaja is asking similar question, where he wanted to understand the true intention. Again, Bharata was fully heartbroken. Again, he was explaining his true intention, how Lord Ram is very dear to him, and he just came as a servant. And by that time, Bharata has actually given up all his royal attire. He was also wearing similar dress like that of Lord Ram. And when he met Guha, he understood that Lord Ram has actually tied his hair like Jata Mudi by putting the paste. So he actually follows the similar hairstyle, and he took a oath that until Ram comes back, I will follow the ascetic lifestyle of Lord Ram. So he also eats the same type of food that Lord Ram was eating. So with the entire uh, set of people, Bharata is heading towards Chitrakuta. So they see the smoke from the distant place. Though they realize that Ram is that direction, so they started heading towards that. And back in the Chitrakoot, Lord Ram, he realizes that uh, he sees that there's lot of suddenly all the birds and animals, they started making a lot of noise. He realizes that a huge number of people are coming. He has asked Lakshman to check who is coming towards the Chitrakoot. So Lakshman climbs on top of the tree, and he finds that a huge army of people are coming. So Lakshman immediately jumps back and tells Lord Ram, somebody is coming to attack us with a huge army. Let's be ready to fight back. Then Lord Ram is telling, okay, no, you go and check in the chariot, which flag do you see? Is it an enemy flag or is it a friendly nation? So he went and checks, and he says that it is the flag of Ayodya. And then Lakshman, he becomes very angry, and he says that I know why Bharat has come. He has come here to kill us, because he wants to eliminate us completely so that he can enjoy the kingdom. So on hearing this, Lord Ram was very much grieved, and he says, please don't talk like this. If you have the desire to rule the kingdom on your own, so you kill all of us and you can enjoy the kingdom. Like that, Lord Ram responds back to Lakshmana. And on hearing this, Lakshmana becomes morose, and then he becomes very quiet. So by the time Bharata approaches Lord Ram, and then the Bharat Milan, right, both of them are hugging each other. And then Lord Ram gets to know that King Dasharatha has actually passed away. He actually faints on that scene, and then he actually performed the final rites for his father. And after all these are done, then Bharata is actually requesting Lord Ram to come back to Ayodhya. So a lot of discussion happens between Bharat was trying to convince Lord Ram by quoting various shastras, saying that how only elderly son can rule the kingdom, whereas Lord Ram quotes another shastra saying that you know uh, it is my dharma to follow the instructions of my departed father and mother. So like that, the discussion happens. Finally, Bharata realizes that Lord Ram is fully determined. So then he seeks a boon from him. I will not rule the kingdom, but I need your paduka. He actually places a paduka at the lotus feet of Lord Ram. He asked him to step into the paduka, and he said, the paduka will rule. I will be the guardian of the kingdom. So like that, he takes a oath, and he offers obeisances to Lord Ram, and he carries the paduka on his head. He goes back along with his entire entourage back to Ayodhya. So he actually, the sage Vashishta, he actually coronates the paduka of Lord Ram, and Bharat takes a very, a big oath, saying that I will follow the same lifestyle of Lord Ram for next 14 years, and I will actually stay in Nandigram. I will stay 1 feet below the level of the Paduka, where which is ruling the entire kingdom, and I will sleep only on the floor. So like that, he takes several oaths, and he said, I will follow the same lifestyle. But after 14 years, even if one day is delayed, I will enter into the fire. So with that, Bharat actually takes the oath. Now back in the Chitrakuta, there are a lot of sages who come and meet Lord Ram. Their faces were very much aggrieved, and Lord Ram was asking, why you are so sad? Am I the cause of your grief? Like that, he was asking. The sages were telling, no, 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 Lord, you are our protector, and we are actually fully dependent on you, and we need protection from you. And then he was asking, what happened? Then they were telling that there are, this forest, Dandakaranya, is fully, occupied by the Rakshasas. Especially, there are two demons who are actually the brothers of brother, right, Prabhu? I think it's they are actually Kara, Vidusha. They are actually
Brothers of Ravana.
brothers of Ramana, and they are actually, a very wicked and a vicious demon. They, wherever they see the sages and rishis, they kill them mercilessly. So we need protection from you. Like that, they are praying Lord Ram and Lakshman. So with this, the second skanda Ayodya Kanda is completed. So I have 1 minute or 2 minutes. So I quickly, describe explain or summarize the key aspects of this second canto. One is the important aspect of this canto is how the various characters in this canto, they describe wonderful Vaishnava qualities. We saw Lord Ram, how he is called Maryada Purushottam, right? He was displaying how a son should actually be obedient to his father, mother, how dutiful he is to his citizens, how he is actually, uh, uh, a faithful husband, and how he is acting as an elderly brother. And when he actually meets Guha, uh, how he is actually interacting with them, how he is accepting him also as one of the family member. So like this, Lord Ram has displayed all the divinely qualities. And then Lakshmana, he is the actually the epitome of the Dasya Bhava, the servant. He actually displayed how a servant should be, what should be the mood of the servant. He has actually displayed that. And then we have seen Bharata, despite all the reversals he has been facing, everybody was suspecting him. Not even one person was actually giving a benefit of doubt to Bharata. But he took that as a pinch of salt. He accepted that it's because of my mother's fault I've been doubted, and he actually displayed the wonderful quality of a Vaishnava by accepting that with a heart of a with a humble heart. He displayed the qualities of humility and compassion. And then Shatrughan, that's a wonderful lesson for us. See, not everybody will get an opportunity to be a servant of the Lord, correct? But Shatrughan choose the difficult path. He's actually, servant of the servant. He's actually the brother of Lakshman. He could have chosen to be along with Lakshman, saying that, I will follow my, twin brother. But he didn't do that. He actually chose to serve Bharata. So he is the wonderful example for us, because we cannot directly associate with the Lord, or we cannot directly associate with our spiritual master. But Shatrughan is such a wonderful live example whom we can follow, the servant of the servant. That's the mood of this movement, Dasa Dasa. So Shatrugna is displaying that wonderful quality. And then Mother Sumitra, such a wonderful personality again. How she actually everybody was displaying their the mood of grief, etc. But Sumitra said to be very, very wise and sage personality, and what type of advice she is giving to Lakshman. And then I didn't talk about that, but Lakshman's wife Urmila, she's another wonderful character. We know about the sacrifice of Mother Sita, but Urmila, she actually, has taken the oath of sleeping on behalf of Lakshman. Because Lakshman, he said, he will continuously serve Lord Ram in the forest for 14 years. So, Mother Urmila, she said, I will actually, because the Nidra Devi, when she said, I'm going to make you sleep, that time, Urmila Devi, she said, I will take that on behalf of my husband. Just imagine a person, her husband is away from the palace. He's actually, serving and suffering in the forest. Whereas Mother Urmila, she took the sleep of, the Lakshman. She was sleeping in the palace for 14 years. Imagine how people will be cursing her. So in this canto, all these people have displayed such a wonderful quality. And I feel personally, Shatrughan's quality is so inspiring because he took such a low profile, role, but it is such a significant role. So with that, I would like to end. If I have committed any mistakes, it's all due to my incorrect understanding of Ramayana. It's such a great ithihas. Everything in Ramayana is a great learning for us. Thank you, Prabhuji, for this wonderful opportunity.
Hare Krishna, Sankarsana Prabhu. Thank you so much for your wonderful, wonderful narration of Ayodhya Kanda, the day 2. Now I have unmuted the lines. Devotees can ask questions. Meantime, we share the Google link. Please open it, answer all the questions. The top winners will get definitely a prize. So maybe tomorrow we'll have more questions. So we are also trying. So now devotees want to share your questions or comments, please go ahead, please. Meantime, I just wanted to say a few words about Prabhuji, because initially I did not say that because many joined later. It's great. Sankarshan Prabhu is a very, very senior devotee. I mean, some of us know because he's closely associated with Kanara Nagar, and he's working in a very senior position in a pharma company. And he traveled many of the countries, like especially Japan, and he served there. And currently he's serving ISKCON South Bangalore. He's taking up services, book distribution, prasad distribution, and very, very special service of Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya. Like he was narrating Shatrughna. I'm collecting, he's like a Shatrughna, working in the background so nicely. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for a wonderful narration. Yes, now devotees want to share or ask any questions, please unmute yourself and ask. Or you can raise your hand so that we know whom to ask. Please, online also we can raise your hand. Ask questions, please go ahead. Yes, anybody?
Krishna Prabhuji, Arun Maria. Prabhuji, it was fantastic. The class was fantastic. Prabhuji, everything needs to be learned, everything. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes, Pratik Prabhu. Pratik Prabhu, you are raised hand. Please unmute. Are you able to unmute? Yeah, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Great. Yes, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
One second. Bhavya, please answer. Then Lakshmi Mohan, please.
Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
One second,
Hare
one by
Krishna.
one, please. That's why raise your hand so that we know we have no confusion. Bhavya, please, Bhavya Mataji,
Yeah.
please go ahead.
Prabhuji, I have a quick question. So, Lord Rama, who resides in Ayodhya and near, like above Vaikuntha, does he come regularly to our planet every Trita Yuga?
Very nice question. Prabhuji, you want to answer this question, Prabhu?
No, go ahead,
Prasadeshwar
bro. Go ahead. Please go ahead.
Prabhuji, I do not know the exact answer. Maybe you can answer, Prabhu. Prasadeshwar
I
Prabhu.
mean, my understanding also, yes, he comes every Treta Yuga. That's what my understanding. Maybe I may be wrong, but that's what I'm understanding.
Okay, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji.
Anybody else ask question? Please raise your hand so that we can unmute yourself. Who else? Yes, Lakshmi Mataji wanted to say something. No.
Hare
Gauranga.
Krishna.
Lakshmi Mataji, go ahead. Lakshmi Mohan, please go ahead.
No, Prabhuji, no question. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Next, Gauranga. I saw.
I just wanted to share with you, Prabhu. This is Ram Govind here.
Yes, Prabhu,
Hare
please.
Krishna, Rama
Yeah,
Govinda Prabhu.
Hare
Please
Krishna.
correct me,
Hare
Prabhu, if I
Krishna.
have done any mistake.
No, bro, I think you should correct me. I know you have done everything perfectly. Yeah. Actually, I just wanted to tell you that, I think the oldest devotee here is Lakshmi Mohan Mataji. She is 85 plus and she's sitting and listening to this
Wow.
class. So
Hari
we
Hari.
should all chant for her because she's very dedicated
Lakshmi
for the class.
Mohan, huh?
Yes, Prabhu.
Wow,
She's
super.
been with
Thank you.
us with, yeah, she's been in my Bhakti workshop almost like 6+ years now. And she's very
Super.
committed and always, on time, and she listens to all the classes. She attends all chanting sessions.
Super. Let's chant one mantra for Lakshmi Mohan Mataji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna,
and
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Sankarsana, Priya,
Hare
Prabhu,
Krishna,
thank you so
Rama,
much for a
Hare
fantastic class.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
You, I think 1 hour 15 minutes non-stop is very difficult, and you've been continuously glorifying Lord Rama and helping us remember the Lord and His pastimes. So thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna. Anybody else got any questions, comments, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams.
Raghuram Prabhu, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Raghuram Prabhu.
Well explained in the given time, Prabhuji, fully Ayodhya Kanda. But one question, Prabhuji. While all of us, they asked us to Vairagya in the Vanaprastha. Dasharatha is in Vanaprastha. Why he has to die for the sake of Rama when he is leaving Ayodhya?
Okay, Prabhuji, I'll try to answer this. Prasadeshwar Prabhu, you can correct me if I have not answered it properly. Prabhuji, we have to see this in two perspectives, Prabhu. One is King Dasharatha, he's so affectionate of Lord Ram. Even if you see in the previous, the first, skanda, when Balakanda, when sage Vishwamitra, he wanted to take Lord Ram and Lakshman for to assist them in protecting the yajna. So he was not able to bear that separation, even that short separation. So he was so affectionate. He was extremely affectionate, because I don't know, how it is, how we can describe that, but he was so affectionate. He was not able to bear the separation even for a moment. So when he realized that Lord Ram is going to leave him for 14 years, that thought of living away from Ram for 14 years, he couldn't really tolerate. So that separation has actually, taken away. That is one a part of the explanation. And the other one is he has actually, committed a accidentally a sinful activity. He killed a boy who was serving the parents, and those parents, they have cursed him that when he is dying, he will die because of the separation. Because of the separation of his son, like how they die because of separation of the son, in the same way, he will also die. That's a curse. But if you see the holistic perspective, in Ramayana, when I read this, book, it was described, Lord, the King Dasharatha, when he was actually leaving the body, he was actually meditating on Lord Ram. He was thinking about all his pastimes. So from this Ayodhya, he has reached the eternal Ayodhya to live with Lord Ram, who was playing his pastime in that Ayodhya, which is, in Vaikunta or near Vaikunta. So from that, if we see from that perspective, he has gone to, from this destination to a better destination, which is, eternally he will be with the Lord Ram all the time. That is one dimension, Prabhu. Prasadeshwar Prabhu, you can add something if I missed properly.
Yeah. No, Prabhu, it's correct, Prabhu. Actually, a lesson for us also that how should be very closely associated with the Lord. We should not miss Lord's association, or now especially Kali Yuga, the Lord's holy name. I mean, missing holy name should be like Dashrath. You know, how you were so much, determined Ram's association. Raghuram Prabhu, is that okay?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else? Any comments, questions? Hope everybody answered the question today. Any difficulties, please, answering today?
No, Prabhuji. It was good.
Wow.
It went on well.
All 100% mark.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
I have to sign in and
Okay.
that password is not correct. And so I'm not
Wow.
able to open.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you so much for the
Thank you. Okay. So,
Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
thank you.
Thanks,
So,
Prabhuji. Hare
well,
Krishna.
let's thank SK Sankarsana Prabhu for his valuable time and enlightening us on Ayodhya Kanda by chanting once Hare Krishna mantra.
Thank you very
Hare
much,
Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama
Rama,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Thank you
Hare
so much,
Krishna.
Sankarsana
Join us
Prabhuji, for a
tomorrow.
wonderful class.
Tomorrow, join 5 minutes before 8:25. Tomorrow we'll continue the Katha. Aranya Kanda, how the next session is going to happen. Let's see that. Please join. Everybody, Shubharatri, Hare Krishna. Vancha
Hare Krishna,
Kalpatarubhya,
Kripa
Kripa Sindhudevacha, Patitana Pavane.
Vaishnavebhyo namo
Shri
namaha.
Ramchandra Bhagavan ki
Ki
jai.
jai.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Samveda Vrinda ki jai. Hare
Jai.
Jai.
Hare
Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna.
Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam,
Dandavat Pranam, Sankarsana Prabhuji. Thank you so much
Dandavat
for the
Pranam.
class.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Arjun Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Got
Dandavat
100%
Pranam.
mark, Arjun Prabhu.
No.
Why? Okay. Anyway, I'll end the call now. Thank you.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Thank you.
Almost
Hare
all of
Krishna.
all
Okay. Thank you.